All right, and we are ready to go. Lars Hazen, our referee on duty, here for our...
Do we have a scorekeeper?
That's going to be us here, Kate.
That is us, all right.
Emma Grace Robertson starts it off, and no whistle. We got a quick ball on. I didn't mean to shamelessly self-promote the podcast, but I know Kate was on it with Charlie Ekstrom, a former partner of hers. Robertson goes over to Coakley. Coakley's first offering was a blast, and Robertson was underneath it, but what a swing by Coakley. 1-0. Did you hear the slap on that ball?
Yep.
Well, they bring in the big guns to play. Kyra Zaengle going back to serve for USC with a 1-0 lead. Robertson, I wonder if they're split blocking because Robertson was on defense and Thomas was up at the net.
They're both, what'd you say? They're both 5'11", 6 feet?
6'1" for Emma Grace Robertson, 5'11" for Thomas.
It actually looks like Robertson might be playing defense and Thomas is running up.
Oh, there's your celebration by Coakley. I think you missed it. You're looking down and and just for a service error. Coakley going back to serve for USC. Coakley, the 6'1" blocker from Lutz, Florida. And a dirty ace for Coakley, and the celebration continues. I hope my score is correct. I'm actually running the score bug. It's 3-1. We'll see when on the switch, I guess. Ball's passed by Robertson. Robertson knocks it off a pulling Coakley. Coakley on the Cuddy winner. 4-1. We got a quick time out taken by Texas, I believe. Or actually say ball on. Or fishing for balls. In a place where there's 120 so volleyballs floating around, you'd think there'd be one.
3 or 4 behind the Texas girls.
Kennedy Coakley going back to serve again for the Trojans, and she floats that one long. Emma Grace Robertson going back to serve for Texas. Robertson played with Katie Hashman at the twos last year at Texas. Deep float over to Zaengle. Let's see what Zaengle does out of the right side. And a shot goes into the net, so I guess my score was right. 3-4 on the turn.
And there's our flip score, so we have someone else to confirm just in case.
I'm definitely error abundant. Not error free, I'm error abundant. And that's why Kate is here to carry my slack here. So is there a good and bad side right now to you, Kate? I mean, it seems like it's a straight onshore, so it'd be going ocean to strand side.
Yeah, so it's more just you want to be attacking back towards the water.
Coakley, uncharacteristic error, knuckled into the net, ties us up a force. Robertson again for Texas. Transfer from Florida Atlantic University, or FAU. Was a CCSA All-Tournament team member and also received AVCA Pair of the Week honors. Again, played with Katie Hashman. Zaengle. Coakley on the save, and ball goes into the net. Point Texas. 5 serving to 4. Interesting facto, I bet you didn't know this, Kate. Savannah Thomas and Kyra Zaengle played with each other at the Laguna Open 2 years ago in the qualifier. Small world.
Small world. That's beach volleyball.
Zaengle on the pass, Zaengle on the attack, and goes thumb down but misses wide. Texas up by a pair. What kind of serve would you be going with here with the wind and the sun now straight up on top of us?
Well, you see Robertson serving from the we'll say the strand side, and that's to get a little bit of that drop in the wind by serving back towards the ocean side.
Makes that 5-6 after the Zaengle off-speed placement shot. Zaengle stands at 5'8". She's coming off of a third-place finish at the Laguna Beach Open with Kelly Kalinske. In front of the hometown crowd, she definitely had the crowd roaring. Went to a third-set thriller and lost in that third-set thriller. Thomas fakes going to the front, goes to the back, over dig by Zaengle. Thomas takes it down on 2, goes wide. Thomas was ready to feast up top and is the perfect 50-50 set. She could have been made famous with a great highlight there.
Is Bounce Beach still active? You know that account?
Yeah, I don't know what
They
happened.
used to clip all the NCAA games.
200,000 followers on that. I haven't seen them being very active. And make that an ace for Zaengle. And there's Kate's celebration of Coakley that you wanted to see. 7-6 first lead for the Trojans. First ace for Zaengle. Zaengle coming out of juniors in high school as a highly sought after athlete as a sophomore in high school. Same can be said for Savannah Thomas on the other side. Robertson. Robertson swings high line, and we have 7-7. What should we expect from these teams, Kate?
Hard to say. I mean, as we said, there's 2 freshmen here, so there might not be a whole lot of information. It's early in the year, so these first few side switches, if I was playing, I would just be trying to gather information on the other team, see if you can pick up on any tendencies as you move forward into the end of the set.
I was going to ask you with the coaching staff, we got head coach Dane Blanton on the USC side, but Will Buchanan on the Texas side, who's a second assistant. Does that matter who you have on the court? I stumped you.
Varies person to person. Like we were talking earlier, depends on the coaching style you prefer.
Oh, look at that early celebration by Coakley. Thomas says, not in my little house, as I'm going to spin one in the deep corner.
Oh, that was a great cover.
That was a great response by the Texas side. Ball's blocked by Coakley. Robertson recovers. Thomas has the vision to see the empty corner. Great float serve, Zaengle. Zaengle nails the corner right where the lines intersect to tie us up at 8. A lot of action in this one already. Early favorites for you, Kate?
I can't say quite yet.
I love putting you in the pressure cooker.
We are, yeah. We're for center court. The balls have all seemed to disappear. People must be snagging them for the outer courts.
It's that sand monster. Not only does it grab ankles, it grabs the balls. Takes them under. Coakley going back to serve. Coakley goes over as Thomas. She shanks it the wrong direction. 9-8 Trojans.
That was a great serve. We could hear Robertson call out for her Thomas, though. I do think it was right by Thomas to try to take that ball. It definitely was dropping in. Coakley maybe getting a little edge with the wind there and getting that ball to drop on the back line.
Coakley fires down the line over towards Thomas, testing the freshman in serve receive, but Thomas says cross court is my domain. That was a textbook outside approach, outside in, cross court like an outside hitter. Waiting to see the team that's going to run the fast and furious offense in transition, like the Aussie style of play.
Mm-hmm. We already saw a little taste of it with the fake back set.
And Zaengle going to the placement winner. 10-9 in our toe-to-toe battle. Seems we got a crowd that's gathered around Central Court here.
Maybe some of the other pools are finishing up. Teams are coming to support their teammates.
Zaengle on the spin. Goes towards Thomas. Ball starts drifting to the net. Coakley on the touch and go. Goes up and over. Thomas picks it up, middle back. And Thomas denied by Coakley on the 10-finger discount. Look at that set. Beautiful set, but great jumping into the angle.
Yeah. Got her hands pressed low and over and just cut her off.
11 serving to 9 after the stuff block by Kennedy Coakley. Zaengle goes cross court to Robertson and change it up, and on the one-hit wonder is Kennedy Coakley. She detonates one that floats right on top of the net.
That takes us into our technical timeout, I believe.
So what are we seeing so far, Kate? Give me your breakdown.
SC's putting the pressure on and serve receive. Hitting that deep middle, they got an ace and now forced overpass. We'll see how Texas responds out of this timeout, if they can calm that down.
Well, they seem to be pretty confident. Kennedy is definitely gripping and ripping the ball. Yeah, we're seeing some freshman errors from Kyra, but we're seeing that from Savannah too. She got aced a couple times and also let some balls go. But then you saw USC stop playing on one series and Savannah get the placement winner. So errors balancing out with good plays here. The 3-point lead at 12-9 in our technical. Couple Wildcats coming out. Look, we got Stanford Sweats walking by. Who is this?
That is Bobby Gubbins out of Huntington Beach.
Oh, that's right. She played indoor ball, Long Beach Poly, and Modern Day, if I remember correctly. Indoor, high school ball. Out of the technical timeout, it's 12-9. Kyra Zaengle going back to serve. Zaengle waiting for the signals from Coakley and serves into the net. 10-12. I saw a symbol I was not recognizing that Coakley had flashed to Zaengle. Two curled fingers.
I had a meeting with partnership on what that means, but everyone beyond, I think, the basic 1, 2, 3, 4 and different pop outs. You get your own communication style with your partner. I've seen on the men's side there's some guys who pop the middle finger, and I don't know if that means line or if that's something else.
Zaengle with a finesse shot winner. 13-10 is our score. Yeah, it's crazy just seeing the evolution of the game and what kind of strategy is being used defensively, not only for the blockers, but the defenders behind the block. All the jab steps, fake moves. Robertson, high ball to the right side, detonates, dug by Zaengle. Zaengle, ball's drifting on the net. Her former partner returns the package quickly.
Set just drifted barely on by Kennedy. That's what we're talking about. Could have been the wind blowing slightly on the net. Kyra is ball on. With the wind blowing towards the strand from the ocean, Kyra is in the, we'll say, bad corner or bad side right now.
Robertson hits the hybrid and a little too much float on that ball. The wind underneath it swings, makes it 14-11 USC. The 5'8" Zaengle stepping back to serve from Laguna Beach, California, and Laguna Beach High School. The former breaker now in her first season with Coach Dane Blanton. Robertson, right side, chops it inside the block of Coakley. That's interesting because Robertson is playing defender, and she is the taller of the two athletes on the Texas side. I guess it's kind of like the Crab Brothers right now in the Newport Elite. Taylor standing at a towering 6'1", and that's with the good hair, while Trevor at 6'5" is behind the block. Ball saved by Coakley, knuckle poke, picked up by Thomas. Swinging around the right side is Thomas as she provides the backside fire. And like that, 13 serving 14. Gotta love the aggressive swing by the freshman, Savannah Thomas. We actually were talking before jumping on today about the freshman talent or the juniors talent that's now out and playing across the nation as
There's an ace.
Thomas fires an ace to tie it up at 14s.
Both of these girls, too, I believe, ripping topspins from the end line, which we're seeing more and more on the women's side.
Got a side switch. Coach Will Buchanan walking alongside his Longhorns. Thomas playing with great confidence on that side. Kate Riley being heckled by her own team right now.
That is our athletic trainer who just walked by. Spent a lot of time with her in the training room.
You owe her DoorDash gift cards. You spent so much time with her.
Yeah, over a lot.
Zaengle on the attack and a top spin winner for Zaengle. 15-14. I feel like the freshmen are overshadowing the vets here. That or they're just getting served the most. What would be your strategy if you're on this court playing? Would you be serving the newbies?
Maybe test them early. They also, as you said, they played together at one point, so maybe they know each other and know each other's tendencies. But I believe, I mean, we did see SC, thought was targeting Robertson a little bit towards the end.
Zaengle tight pass and
Good
Coakley.
touch.
Oh, that was a
Barely.
great touch. 16-15. Zaengle, you can see, pick up the sand and see, you can see how hard the wind is blowing now. Zaengle gets the whistle from Lars Hazen, our referee on duty here on court 10, or our center court feature court. Thomas, good pass. Beautiful set by Robertson and a drop shot. That was a thing of beauty. See that replays are all tied up at 16s. I mean, with a set as good as that, I was thinking swing the whole way.
Swing, 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 but she came in hard, got the defender to stay, and then opens up that little drop shot just out of Coakley's reach.
Thomas
Ball
going
on.
back to serve. Not seeing a lot of the jump setting to hold the blocker so far today. Maybe it's because it's too early in the season.
Early in the season, yeah, jump setting, sometimes you don't want to juke out your partner if they're not ready for it. If we get, I know the Cal Poly, there's some Cal Poly pairs that have played together in the past, so if we get one of those
Logan
teams on
Walter?
center court, Logan Walter, Ella Connor, I'm sure we'll see some.
Izzy Martinez.
Yeah.
Zaengle. And she takes a rip, dug by Robertson. Thomas keeps it in play. Down ball, dug by Zaengle. Coakley fakes the option ball, and Zaengle rips it off of Thomas. Well, that was a good sequence right there. Good and entertaining. Big swing by Zaengle off the block. 17-16. If you're Coach Dane Blanton or Coach Will Buchanan or Stein Metzger, you got to love what you're seeing in your freshmen right now.
Oh, yeah.
Coakley to Thomas. And Thomas takes a swing and misses a tad bit long. If that little ridge would have been a little higher, it could have tagged that line.
Yeah.
18-16. Coakley serves that one into the net as we go into our crunch time switch at 17-18. This has been a really good match so far, or set. We have to do some research. We see a new assistant on duty for USC. So we'll get that information to you in a second here. But Emma Grace Robertson, meanwhile, goes back to the service line. The good side, so to speak, Dropping one over towards Zaengle. Zaengle at the right side. Crossbody cutty action makes it 19-17.
Typically we have Gustavo Roca as one of the assistants for USC, but I believe he is in Mexico right now with the U21 national team.
You got a couple Cardinal on that team too, right?
Yeah, we do. Avery Jackson.
Thomas, good pass. Robertson to the left pin. Thomas knocks it off of Zaengle. 18-19. Gustavo Roca doing some great things for beach volleyball in the United States. Not only coaching the NTDP program, but helping develop athletes across the board. You see him doing clinics across the beaches here in the South Bay and at USC. Zaengle. Pushing it to the net is Coakley, blocked by Thomas. Coakley drop shot, pulling back on the brakes and getting that winner brings us to our first set point for USC. The way Kennedy came in on that approach, I thought we were going to see something explode. She sold it and I bought it. And it ended up being an igloo or a refrigerator in Alaska. Thomas swings to the right side. Doing a little shake and bake on offense there on the Texas side. She faked going to the front and quick Z step to the right side. Unless it's called something different. That's a more of an indoor
Z-step.
term.
I've heard people call them X-plays. Everyone's got their own name.
Tough serve by Robertson. Coakley on the attack. Rolls it over top. And she's playing guitar. She strums the string. 21-19. First set going to USC as they go up 1-0. All right, Kate, break it down. What did we see after one set of play here between the combo vet rookie teams?
And both freshmen playing big, coming in hard, taking big rips. SC, I think they were steady. Not a lot of pressure for them passing-wise from the service line. They were pretty in system, so we'll see how Texas can change that in the second set. And that's also where SC scored the other way. They got a few aces on Emma Robertson and Savannah Thomas.
Well, we're trying to figure out the coaching staff for USC along with Dane Bland. There is a new member of their coaching staff, which we just can't seem to make out, and it's not updated on the site. So we will just go with what we have. The coaching staff for USC is head coach Dane Bland. Gustavo Roca, or Holka, is not here. He's in Mexico, as Kate had said. And Emily Bowman, which I believe she just had a baby, and that's why she's not probably here. And then for Texas, you've got head coach Stein Metzger, Angie Akers, the assistant, along with Will Buchanan. Both teams playing at Gulf Shores last year. Texas coming in ranked number 6 on the season, or to finish the season, which was a phenomenal finish for one of the newer programs in the nation. And USC hanging around in the top 5. Cardinal also top 3. Kate likes that one. LMU up there finishing 2. Cal Poly at the 5. Again, I'm going off of memory, so if it's a 1 or 2 off, my apologies. As I age, things just kind of all blend together now. All these numbers. But the Stanford Cardinal team, the first ever MPSF big volleyball championship won by the Cardinal.
Yeah, MPSF is going to be a power conference.
They've added some teams to make it even tougher. Is it LSU, Florida State, and I think South Carolina is now going to join a different conference now.
I thought Texas as well, or
Texas is going into the MPSF also.
Until maybe there's a Big 10 conference or
Big 12.
Big 12, my bad.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. It's the Big 12 that South Carolina and Texas may be joining.
But almost it's like all the top 10 teams are in the MPSF.
And Zaengle starts off set number 2 with an ace. That's her second of the match. Zaengle, the 5'8" defender from Laguna Beach. Serving it off of Thomas. And service goes into the net, tying it up at once. Robertson back to the service line. She was blocking when she was playing with Katie Hashman last year. So this is from my experience, it's just unique seeing her behind the block because she was a formidable blocker last year for the Longhorns. Ball's rolled by the block by the Trojans. They go up 2-1. Coakley, the 6'2" blocker, goes towards Thomas, who shanks out of play, but saved by Robertson. Free ball up and over. Coakley on the pass. Coakley, high line, and she just loves tickling that twine. Kate Riley fan club coming by, taking pictures. That's what we love about beach broadcasts. They're very informal. Coakley back to serve again. Soft float goes short over towards Thomas. Coakley comes up quickly and blocks Robertson on the option ball. Quick 4-1 lead now. Coakley got up there so quickly on that ball. Another short serve, Robertson underneath, and a knuckle poke right idea. Not so great on the execution as it goes into the net. But you know she had to compensate because they're with the wind.
Yeah, just unfortunate. There was already some backspin off that pass, and it just like barely skinned her knuckles the wrong way.
Coakley now changing it up. That was nasty. Goes down the line to go up 6-1 on the turn. Serve short, 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 and then a laser deep down the line. With the Jedi mind trick serving strategy.
Just yo-yoing them. Short, deep, short, deep.
Well, now the Longhorns on the good side. Coakley on a 4-point service run. Thomas, Cuddy, dug by Zaengle. Zaengle shoots off the cable, dug by Thomas. Swinging to the right side is Thomas, another dig for Zaengle. Option on 2 by Coakley. Robertson takes her own option ball. The line defense, all line defense caught red-handed by Robertson.
It's not a bad look by Coakley, but she just gave Thomas a little too much time to get under that ball.
See if Thomas runs up to the net, or, well, it looks like she will,
Yeah.
but she's going to have to serve, give herself some time. Or serving on the net, one of the two.
One of the hardest things as a blocker, I was a blocker in juniors actually, but making sure you hit a hard, tough serve. And you finishing your serve first before you think about running up to the net and keeping it separate. If you rush your serve, that's when we see a lot of errors.
That serve misses long as they exchange service errors. 3-7. I could see as a blocker, Kate. I mean, you got game. I've seen it.
Blocked, you remember Olivia Bakos?
That's right,
SC, yeah. We were juniors partners. Blocked. I actually did split block at Stanford, too, with Maddie Kriz.
Joust went out top at the net by Robertson. Defensive save by Thomas. Zaengle now on the attack after the pickup. She slaps it down, dug up and over, and the D2K or dig to kill winner for Texas. Excellent play by Thomas on the save. Zaengle had a really good rip on that ball, but Robertson keeping that platform out or paddles up and keeps it in play. 4-7. This time the serve goes into the net. 8-4. See, no one wants to walk in front of us because they don't want to get heckled. Who is that from Stanford?
That is Phoenix Clark and Ashley Vincent, or Smashley, as we call her. If you've seen her, she has a very heavy arm.
She used to play with Kelly Bilardi. Service misses long. Point going to Texas, 5-8. Yeah, Smashley Vincent. That was a apropos for.
She's someone, she unloads and you dig it, you'll have the seams of the ball left imprinted on your arm.
Zaengle, saved by Coakley. Roll shot misses wide, and like that, Texas only down by a pair at 8-6. Tough serving leading to the comeback for the Longhorns.
Now we're seeing some more white caps out on the water, which would tell me that maybe the wind is picking up a little more, influencing people's serves, and that's why we're seeing some tougher serves, and that this north side of the pier, closest to the pier, is now the hard side or bad side. I didn't want to say bad side.
Thomas on the deep float to Zaengle. She has to cover a lot of real estate to get that approach, and knuckles it by the block of Thomas. 9-6.
Also thought there might have been a net there. I guess not.
Fast feet in the deep sand. That's definitely a skill. Do you like playing at your home break here?
I love it here. Though that you mentioned deep sand, it definitely, this is a 3-day tournament, so it can take a toll, especially as a lot of these programs have facilities built and nothing can ever replicate the depth of the sand here in Manhattan Beach.
7-9 the score, with Robertson going back to serve for Texas. And another service error. In fact, Texas gets back in and takes himself right back out. They've got to string a couple points together here. Coakley back to the service line for the Trojans. Good set by Robertson. Wrist away winner for Thomas. Thomas from Wildomar, California, inland San Diego area. Eight serving 10. Thomas keeping it on Zaengle. Option by Coakley, dug by Thomas, picked up by Robertson. Coakley on the attack, goes off the block. Robertson there on the cover. Great dig by Robertson, and Thomas had a perfect set off the dig, but hit it in the net.
Trying to cut it just a tiny bit too sharp.
I have to give props to Emma Grace Robertson because she's playing some really good defense. She's dug some hittable balls. $11 serving 8. Zaengle adding a little spin to her toss. Thomas off the block. Coakley on the touch and go. Zaengle gets it over. Thomas slaps it deep corner. Zaengle there on the diving dig. And Zaengle tags the end line. 12-8.
Yeah, we're seeing
There's Kelly Bilardi walking by.
Kelly B. Maybe I can get her on the mic.
She's a star. And Charbel, president of the Kelly Bilardi Fan Club, Northern California chapter. And Zaengle really letting it rip, but unfortunately hits the tape. That speaks to the confidence, though, knowing that she's got a groove on. I've seen her bounce a couple balls as a junior. We've got our first technical timeout, and it's do or die time for the Texas Longhorns, down by 3. What do you think they got to do here, Kate?
It's hard. SC's looking really comfortable, as you said. Like Zaengle putting a little extra spice on that serve, really going for it. We have seen a lot of service errors out of Texas, and I know I talked about service pressure, but you're always balancing how hard can I get after my serve while still getting it in, because I need to give myself an opportunity to point score.
Right. High risk, high reward.
Exactly. But sometimes you just gotta be like, I'm gonna get this in, and then try to put them deep, and we gotta trust our defense.
Yeah. This is the thing, you've got a semi-experienced blocker in Kennedy Coakley. You got Savannah Thomas, first year, going up to the net. And I know they've probably seen each other in juniors at one point. But with a expanded skill set of Coakley now playing 1 year under her belt beneath Dane Blanton and his coaching staff, wondering how Savannah is going to respond to the play.
I do think Texas as well. They're on defense. They're getting a lot of touches. But if some of these transition sets can get a little bit cleaner, I think they'll be able to put away a few more balls.
Excellent dig by Thomas off the shot by Zaengle, and she wipes it off the block of Coakley. 10 looking at 12. Robertson going back to serve for Texas. The transfer from FAU. Zaengle now on the attack, and she knocks it off the block of Thomas.
Thomas went high there on that block, reaching for the high line. Zaengle might have seen that, used her forearms. So that's why, as a blocker, you want to make sure you get a nice low press over the net and don't leave your limbs exposed, or else you just get tooled.
Leaving limbs exposed. I just like the sound of that.
A little alliteration there.
Thomas. What a beautiful cut shot by Thomas. Pressing over was Kennedy Coakley, and she's able to get it to just the outside hand of Coakley. 11-13. Thomas going down the line over towards Zaengle. Zaengle pulls the trigger.
I don't know if you guys could have seen, but Kennedy Coakley actually had a small pump fake there where she drew her elbow back. So I don't know if that's what got Thomas to pull off that set. She maybe thought an on-2 was coming, so she pulled a little early, but then that set put Zaengle on the net. She detonated.
That microsecond, that move was enough to give enough time. And we got an ace for Zaengle. That's number 3 for the match. Very similar to the last match. Both teams hung tight, and then all of a sudden SC went on a scoring run of 3 or 4 points. Keeping it on Thomas in serve receive. Thomas knocks it off of the diving Zaengle. 12-15. Kind of liking the play that I'm seeing on the youngsters here. That's only if some have only had like 2 weeks of trainings. So we shall see come spring season. Zaengle on the attack. Robertson on the scoop. Zaengle returns the favor. Zaengle off of Thomas. Thomas at the right side. Misses wide. Thought it had a chance to hit that sideline. There is a very big sand dune right there where the rope or the sideline is curving upward. Thought there was a chance. Obviously not raking the court after each timeout like in the pros, so there's a lot of, we'll say, inconsistent surfaces out there right now.
I'm sure we could find a rake somewhere.
We'll rake as we're broadcasting.
Yeah.
16
Next time out.
This is to determine the pool winner in Pool 10. Both teams undefeated. Knuckle pokey by Thomas makes it 13-16. Got the Fisher jam in the background. I think Kate's going to sing the chorus. Oh, it's just losing it.
Yeah, not a lot of words in this song.
Thomas back to the service line, trying to get back into this, and serving in the net is not going to help the cause. 17-13. Kyra's been really aggressive from the service line. She's been taking big swings. And she does again off the cable and make that ace number 4 for Kyra.
See if is Texas taking their team timeout. Oh, they're going to do it right now.
18-14 after the Zaengle ace, and another big lead is 20-15 in the first set, and they just weren't able to get those points. They got to 19, but still a 6-point deficit here in the second. They're going to have to play error-free ball. Don't go away. We've got more volleyball coming your way in just a moment.
Allow yourself to tune out. To tune into nature. To tune in to the outdoors. To tune in to what matters. Discover Lake County, Florida. Learn more at discoverlakefl.com.
Welcome back to Manhattan Beach, California for our SC West Coast Championships. I'm Rob Aspero with Kate Riley, homegrown talent, former Stanford standout, and aspiring pro beach volleyball player. All right, they're out of the timeout, 18-13. If you are Texas, if you're Will Buchanan, what do you think she told him?
Just set up, just focus on this first pass. Kyra Zangle's got Kyra Zaengle, apologize. Great serve, top spin, trying to pull Savannah Thomas into the middle, into that seam. But you got to take 1 point at a time.
Did the timeout work? Good pass by Thomas. Thomas, wrist away, picked up by Zaengle on the read. Zaengle over the top, and a beautiful teardrop winner. 19-13. Can you hear Kennedy Coakley in that background? She's definitely high energy, full of charisma. Zaengle takes a rip, and that's ace number 5 for Zaengle, who's got the hot hand. That brings us to match point USC, serving a 13. The high 5 ace, can she end it with back-to-back-to-back aces?
We'll see. That was a more thumb up, challenging the Oceanside line. We'll see if she takes this one straight down the middle. Or maybe goes down the other line. Double wrist away. Oh.
Is it?
It is.
It's a walk-off ace for Kyra Zaengle as USC sweeps the Texas Longhorns 21-19, 21-13. Looks like USC wins the pool undefeated while Texas gets their first loss. Kate Riley, final thoughts on this matchup from Pool 10.
I mean, SC was comfortable the whole time, and then Kyra Zaengle just turned it on from the service line. It's hard to stop a team with that much momentum and making so little errors.
Yeah. Player of the match is going to be?